All right, folks, welcome back. We got some real Patriots heat coming your way today, and you're going to want to stick around for this one. After a bit of a drought, New England finally has a player cracking the NFL's prestigious top 100 list. That's right. After the 2024 season, the Patriots can at least say they've got one guy standing among the league's elite. And for those of you following the team closely, the name probably won't come as a big surprise. But for the casuals, this might be a bit of a wake-up call. Christian Gonzalez, the young corner who turned heads right from the start, officially made his debut on the NFL Top 100, landing at spot number 84. Now, what makes this ranking special is that it's not coming from analysts or talking heads on TV. It's voted on by the players themselves. That's right. This list comes straight from the people who are actually on the field, going head-to-head every Sunday. So when Christian's name comes up, you know it's real respect being handed out. And let's be honest, he's earned it. Every time Gonzalez is healthy and out there, he's drawing the toughest assignment. No babysitting, no holding his hand. He's facing WR1s week in and week out. You don't get that kind of responsibility unless your coaches and teammates believe you're the real deal. And from what we've seen, he absolutely is. Look, as Ric Flair once said, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And Christian Gonzalez is going up against the best in the business and holding his own. He's not just surviving, he's thriving. That's why you see guys around the league speaking up about him. Marlon Humphrey from the Ravens, a guy who knows a thing or two about elite defensive backs, said Gonzalez's closing speed is next level. That's coming from a veteran who's faced it all. And when you got that kind of acceleration, that late game burst, paired with the size to match up with big-bodied receivers, that's dangerous. But it's not just one player saying it. Trey McBride, tight end for the Cardinals, mentioned that Gonzalez was someone they had to specifically plan for. When opposing teams are dedicating part of their weekly prep just to figure out how to avoid your cornerback, you've arrived. And that's what Christian's doing, forcing teams to rethink their approach. Now, I'm not going to sit here and put him in the same category as legends like Darrelle Revis, Stephon Gilmore, or Ty Law, at least not yet. But what I will say is he's heading down that path. He's got the tools, the mindset, and the assignments that show the coaching staff believes he can anchor the defense. And with the Patriots bringing in Carlton Davis this offseason, suddenly, you got a secondary that looks a whole lot more dynamic. With Davis holding down one side and Gonzalez locking up the other, the Patriots might finally be able to start doing some interesting things with their safeties. Show some disguises, mix up coverage, create confusion for opposing quarterbacks. It's going to be fascinating to see how that develops through the preseason and into those early regular season games. But for now, let's give some love where it's due. Christian Gonzalez making his debut on the NFL Top 100. That's a big-time step. And honestly, it feels like just the beginning. If he can stay healthy and keep trending upward, there's no reason he doesn't shoot further up that list in the next couple of years. But that brings us to the next obvious question. Who's next? Who could join Gonzalez on that list next year? Because let's be real, barring a surprise, he's probably the only Patriot on there this time around. No disrespect, but it's hard to see anyone else from this squad making the cut based on last season's body of work. Now, let's talk about Drake May. The kid hasn't even taken a regular season snap yet, but if he puts together a strong rookie campaign, let's say he leads the team to a winning record, maybe even flirts with playoff contention, then yeah, he could absolutely find himself sneaking into the low 90s on the list. Just look at Tua Tagovailoa. He was on the list this year, despite dealing with injuries and missing the playoffs. Why? Because when he was on the field, he made noise. If Drake May puts up numbers and shows poise under center, especially in a media market like Boston, believe me, people will take notice. And if May's playing well, it probably means Stefon Diggs is also having a bounce back year. Because let's not kid ourselves. If Diggs is racking up yards and touchdowns, that's going to open the door for him to be recognized again as one of the league's elite wideouts. He's been there before. He knows what it takes. And this move to New England might just reignite that fire. So if things click, you're looking at a scenario where the Patriots could have not one, not two, but possibly three players make the list next year. But let's not stop there, because there are two more names you've got to keep an eye on. First, rookie left tackle Will Campbell. Now listen, starting at left tackle from day one in the NFL, that's a mountain to climb. But if Campbell can handle the pressure, if he shows consistency, strength, and intelligence out there protecting the quarterback's blind side, he's going to earn a lot of respect. That position is brutal, and when a rookie holds it down, people notice. It's a long shot, but not impossible. And then there's Trayvon Henderson, the second-round pick, who might just be the secret weapon in this offense. The guy has home run speed and can be a threat both on the ground and through the air. Think about what Devon Achane did for Miami. Henderson has that kind of upside. If he gets enough touches and racks up the kind of stat line we know he's capable of, maybe 800 rushing yards, 300 receiving, a few touchdowns, don't be surprised if he starts getting buzz for next year's list. But while we're dreaming about next year, there's business to handle right now. Training camp is right around the corner, and that's where we're going to start getting real answers. We already know who the starting quarterback is. The backup situation looks settled. Running backs are pretty much locked in with Ramondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson as the clear 1-2 punch. The tight end room is figured out, and the offensive line looks set, at least in terms of who's starting. But then there's the wide receiver room, and man, that one's still wide open. Outside of Diggs and Pop Douglas, no one's spot is safe. You've got over 10 wide receivers currently fighting for, 6 or 7 roster spots? That means the camp competition is going to be fierce. Diggs is your clear number one, and Pop's got the slot role locked up. Then you've got guys like Mac Hollins, who was signed with some expectations and should be in line to start outside. Behind them, Kyle Williams could be a wild card, someone who starts the season rotating in but could steal more snaps as the year progresses. That leaves maybe 2-3 roster spots up for grabs, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Kendrick Bourne is working his way back from injury, and while he's loved by fans and teammates alike, you've got to wonder if the numbers are against him. The Patriots might be able to flip him for a late-round pick. Same goes for Kayshawn. Who-tell? There's still potential there, but it might take a package deal to get a decent return. If New England decides to keep 7 wideouts, then a guy like Edley Chisholm is going to need to keep flashing like he did in OTAs. And don't forget about Jalen Polk. The team likes him, and they probably want to give him a real shot, especially after he barely got opportunities last season. But if he starts dropping passes in camp, it's a wrap. So yeah, if you're heading to training camp, keep your eyes on that receiver group. That's the battle to watch. You've got young guys, veterans, guys trying to save their careers, and guys trying to launch them. It's going to be wild, and the pecking order will shift every day. Now, while all eyes are on the offense, and especially that wide receiver competition, we can't ignore what's going down on the other side of the ball. Because let me tell you, there are some serious battles brewing on defense too. And if you're a Patriots fan trying to figure out what this team is going to look like in 2025, the defense might end up being the most intriguing part of camp. Let's start in the trenches. Defensive tackle, pretty stacked. You've got Christian Barmore anchoring that group, and he's looking more and more like one of the league's premier interior disruptors. Then you've got guys like Milton Williams, who add serious depth and rotation flexibility. The ends look solid, and you can expect a steady rotation to keep guys fresh and constantly putting pressure on the quarterback. But for me, the most interesting and competitive group on this defense has to be the safeties. Now here's where it gets spicy. At the top, you've got Jabril Peppers and Kyle Duggar. Both guys are not only experienced, but they bring physicality, leadership, and versatility to the table. Peppers is getting back to that hard-hitting, high-motor version of himself we saw during his best years. And Duggar, when healthy, is simply one of the most instinctive defenders on the team. These two are locked in, no doubt about it. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing with an explosive rumor that could shake the landscape of the upcoming season. Sources whisper that Tyreek Hill, the explosive wide receiver currently dazzling with the Miami Dolphins, might be on the verge of an unexpected and controversial move, abandoning the Dolphins to join their bitter rivals, the New England Patriots. Hill has been one of the most electrifying playmakers in the league, turning heads with his blistering speed and game-changing plays. Since joining Miami, he has been a key weapon for the Dolphins' offense, thrilling fans with spectacular catches and touchdowns. However, whispers around the league suggest that behind the scenes, things might not be as smooth as they appear. Speculation is mounting that Hill's relationship with Miami's management or coaching staff could be strained, leading to talks of a possible exit. What makes this rumor even more tantalizing is the potential destination: the New England Patriots. The Patriots, under the guidance of head coach Bill Belichick, are always on the lookout for dynamic talent that can elevate their offense. Adding a player like Hill, with his unique speed and versatility, would be a major coup and could instantly reshape New England's offensive identity. Fans of both teams are already in a frenzy imagining the implications. For Miami, losing Hill would be a severe blow to their offensive firepower and could derail their plans for a championship run. On the other hand, the Patriots would gain a weapon capable of stretching defenses and creating big plays, something they've been seeking to complement their strategic, methodical style. Of course, nothing is confirmed yet. Such high-profile moves often involve complex negotiations, salary cap considerations, and other behind-the-scenes factors that may prevent a deal from ever coming to fruition. But the mere possibility of Hill switching from the Dolphins to the Patriots is enough to set social media on fire and ignite heated debates among NFL analysts and fans alike. Could Tyreek Hill really abandon a team that's become his new home for a rival franchise? Only time will tell, but for now the rumor mill is working overtime, and every insider whisper is being dissected for clues. Stay tuned as this story develops. If it comes true, it could be one of the most shocking moves in recent NFL history. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.